So Wrestle Kingdom 12, Alpha versus the Omega. This is not a wrestling match. This is a war. It's about 40 minutes, but not a moment of this felt like it wasn't necessary. Last year I had some comments about the Omega Okada match because it felt like it started slow and and once it got going, it got going. This one, it begins with a pull-apart brawl because Jericho wants to fight before the bell even gets started, and people flood the ring to break him apart. And then the match gets going. What I like about this match is they did a lot of flurries of offense, and then I do a reversal, I do a counter. But it's not that counter, I get my stuff in, it's counter. There's just that moment of, she just beat on me for like 2 minutes. It's not like counter, right into it. It's like counter, they're right into it. So those little moments, and they do big spots. When they do big spots, they normally do just enough to let the brutality sink in. I thought it was great. So nice amounts of offense, great use of counters. Jericho works the leg beautifully. There are some moments where I'm like, okay, who in the E could do that spot we just saw with Omega? Styles? Maybe Rollins? Probably Cruz? That's it. But wow. Jericho, great use of being a wily veteran. They do use tables. I thought it was weird that it's a no DQ match, but you still have a count out. That part was odd. Him and Jericho down to the ring with his, I'll say Titantron because I don't know the terminology they use for the screen they have. It's pretty much just all him beating up Omega. It's everything he's done for New Japan. Coming out with some Fozzy. Omega looked like odd cosplay. I preferred last year's, Terminator look to this one, but hey, this is not about how he goes down to the ring. This is what goes down in the ring and outside the ring with the thin tables. Both of them bled. I think Omega, it was planned. Jericho, I feel like it was unplanned. Tremendous use of counters. It's a great leg work by Jericho. You see multiple walls. He busts out a lion tamer. There's about a good half dozen of the snuggest V-triggers I've ever seen. I mean, it's a great counter move. And the fact that he hasn't busted anybody's skull with that move yet is just wow. Breaking tables, breaking chairs, beating up young boys outside the ring. Jericho does a good enough job where it's like he can tell us he's beating Omega down, and then Omega needs, he needs some breathe time. Because you can't go 100 miles an hour car crashing without these moments of like, okay, you know what? Ref will check on him. I'm play to the crowd. Crowd eating it up. Turn around, go back to working on him. And I was like, this match was everything that it was billed to be. It hit everything. I don't care how high your expectations are, this match either hits them, exceeds them, or comes so freaking close. And much like last year, Wrestle Kingdom, I can't review all of it because the time difference and I have to go to work. But man, beautiful, beautiful war. Jericho had the opportunity, seized it, came out looking like a star. Omega, he is a star in New Japan, but I think this puts enough eyes on him that if he decides to come to the E, he doesn't need to, if he decides to, there's the ability for him to put on some wrestling that makes people go, how long has he been wrestling for? What? Why hasn't he been here sooner? At this point, I would love to see him take on some of the top guys in the E. We know Omega Styles is beautiful. I think if they would I think he would know how to do Shinsuke's offense. Omega Shinsuke in the E would be glorious. Pollard, Omega. Guys who know how to take that style of offense. Yeah, at this point in time, I'd probably say, depending on what you watch, Omega is either one of the best in the world or the best in the world.